Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy and your presence with us at Sangat of the Divine. Let us close our eyes and with a gentle breath together, let us journey beyond the countless ages, beyond time, to that sacred threshold before creation itself. There were no suns blazing in the skies, no galaxies, no stars adorning the heavens, no earth, no wind, no song of the rivers, no cry of the birds, no whispers of voices, only silence, infinite, profound, immeasurable. Yet this silence was not void, it was fullness in itself, alive, radiant, brimming with hidden light. Within that stillness rested the eternal, ancient, uncreated, formless, and nameless, an infinite presence beyond beginning and beyond end, closer than our breath, yet vaster than cosmos. From that stillness a vibration stirred, the first echo of the divine, the Shabd, the Anhadanad, the unstruck sound. This was the song of creation. It was not a sound the ears could hear, yet it carried the seed of all sound. It was not light, yet it held the promise of every dawn. This eternal song had no first note, will have no final note. It rose from within itself, a melody without a composer, a rhythm without rest. This was the song of the cosmos. Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji shares with us, Arvad Narvad Tundukara, Dharana Gagana Hukma Apara, Na din ran na chand na suraj, Sun samad lagaye da. In the beginning, there was utter darkness. No earth, no sky, only the infinite command. There was no day or night, no moon or sun, only the deep state of primal absorption. From this vibration, the universe blossomed. Galaxies spun like sparks in the night sky. Mountains rose majestically. The gentle whisper of the winds were heard. Mighty rivers began their journeys to the sea. Seeds sprouted. Flowers opened their petals. Everywhere life unfolded in wonder. Silence became the hidden root in the womb of creation. Shabd became its heartbeat, and creation blossomed as the universe's timeless song. Guru Nanak Dev Ji gently guides us. Gaave paun pani besantar gaave raja dharm dware. Further Ji, Guru says, Gaave khand mandal var panda kar kar rakhe thare. The air sings of your praises, O Divine. The water sings of your praises. The fire sings of your praises. The regions, the netherworlds, the countless galaxies all sing of your praises. all creation was established and sustained by yourself. The universe itself is a choir. Every breeze became a hymn. Every drop of water became a prayer. Every flame a song of longing. The mountains became silent temples. The stars became lamps in the eternal temple of the heaven. As poet John Keats wrote, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Silence is that sacred space where the universe sings without words. The mystics of old whispered that this vibration was the bridge between matter and spirit, the thread connecting the formulas to form. They likened it to the soul being an arrow, sound like the bow, and divine becoming the target. Only by tuning to that vibration could one fly home to the beloved. And this vibration has not faded. It moves through everything, through the stars, through the ocean waves, through the morning breeze, and yes, even through the very rhythm of our heart. Seen or unseen, this song continues. Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji reminds us, Sarguna Nirguna Nirankar Sonna Samadhi Aap Apan Kiya Nanaka Ape Hi Phir Ja. The divine presence remains both manifest and unmanifest, resting in primal stillness. O Nanak, having created the creation, the Lord contemplates himself. Yet as creation unfolded, a veil descended. That veil was called Maya. Under Maya, humanity forgot its origins and began chasing shadows, wealth, power, recognition, fleeting pleasures. The eerie echoes of Maya was everywhere. In this noise, the soul forgot its inner song. All alone, detached from its origins, started wandering restlessly in exile. Consequently, the sorrows of life began. Yet even in Maya's noise, a whisper remained, a call to remember, a call to awaken the heart, to see through the veil, and to return to the presence that always cradled creation. Long ago, a wise master lived in a quiet mountain monastery. Among his students was a young disciple who longed for teaching, but had not yet been called forward. He would watch others go into the master's chamber, but he remained waiting, yearning, hungry for the truth. So desperate was he that one day he entered the master's room without permission and humbly asked, "Master, please teach me." The master smiled kindly. "My child, you are young. Wait a little longer." Disheartened, the young disciple walked out. Yet his longing only grew deeper. Days passed, weeks passed. One morning, as the master walked out, this young disciple rushed forward, tenderly holding his hand, and again pleaded, "Master, please teach me." The master suddenly clapped his two hands together. "What is this sound?" he asked. "It is the sound of two hands clapping," replied the disciple with joy. Then the master raised one hand and clapped it gently into the air. "Now tell me, my child, what is the sound of the one hand clapping?" The disciple was puzzled. His heart searched, but his lips had no answer. And so began his long journey of searching. He searched in the winds moving through the tall trees. He searched in the gentle ripples of the streams. He searched in the distant cry of birds at dawn. He searched in the quiet rhythm of his own breath. Everywhere he listened, and yet none were the sound he sought. Days became months. His eager searching turned into restless striving. One morning, the disciple sat quietly before the master. His efforts had dissolved into weariness into exhaustion, and exhaustion turned into surrender. This time, there were no answers, no words, no explanation. There he sat, silent, still, empty. His heart lay open. His mind had fallen quiet. The master looked at him and smiled tenderly. Now, my son, you begin to understand. The sound of one hand clapping is not an ordinary sound. It is the silence which is full of presence, the unstruck vibration beneath all noise, the root of every sound, the eternal pulse of creation. And the master continued. Silence draws us closer to the divine truth, while excess words often arise from pride or the restless ego. True worship, my child, is not in countless words, but in resting in this silence, where the sacred presence breathes within us. This is the first step of awakening, the heart opening to the eternal song beyond speech. The sages of the past spoke of 5 koshas, sheaths that wrap the soul like veils, each touched by the eternal song. Anmay kosh, the physical body. Here, the divine song feeds our flesh and bones. Every cell hums with the melody of creation. Pranmay kosh, the energy body. In the flow of breath, in the rhythm of heartbeat, the song moves as prana, the pulse of life itself. Each inhalation, the universe is entering you. Each exhalation, the universe returns back through you. Breathe deeply, Sangaji, and you will hear the tide of creation within your own lungs. Manmay kosh, the mental body, thoughts, dreams, emotions, all arise like waves upon the ocean. Beneath the surface, the silent song steadies us, reminding us that we are more than the mind's noise. Gyanmay kosh, the wisdom body. Here, the song shines as clarity, discernment, and insight. The vibration pierces Maya's veil, lifting the fog of confusion, awakening us to the truth. It is like a mountain peak revealed at dawn, when the clouds scatter and the final light breaks up. And finally, the Anandmay kosh, the bliss body. At the deepest core of our being lies the Anandmay kosh, the bliss body. This is where the soul's eternal song blossoms fully into joy. It is not a fleeting feeling or the pleasure of passing moments. Instead, it is the bliss that has no opposite. Pure Anand, pure bliss. This is the fragrance of union with the divine that never fades. Guruji lovingly declares, Anand piha meri maaye, Satguru mein paya. Anand has come, Bliss has come, O my mother, for I have found the true Guru. This bliss is the soul's awakening into its native joy. The soul turns light, rising high with ease, like a bird rising high on the unseen currents of the wind. The veil of Maya dissolves, and the restless longing transforms into a peaceful arrival. At this stage, the Shabd is no longer simply heard, it is tasted, felt, and lived deeply. Every heartbeat echoes the beloved's name. Every breath becomes Amrit nectar, and every thought melts into wonder. Bliss in the Anandamayi Kosh is not isolation, but the fullest union. It overflows outward as seva, selfless service, compassion, and radiant love that uplifts all beings. One residing in Anand sees no enemy, no separation, no other, only the one playing endlessly through countless forms. Guru Amar Das Ji further reminds us, Anand, Anand sabko kahe, Anand Guru te janneya. Everyone speaks of bliss, bliss. But true bliss is realized only through the true Guru. Therefore, the Anandamayi Kosh is the flowering of the eternal song of the soul into boundless joy. It is the dawn after a long night of forgetfulness. It is the homecoming of the soul into the loving arms of the beloved. And here, the song of the soul's divine anklets resounds most clearly. The delicate chime of union as the heart dances with the beloved in perfect harmony. The five koshas rest upon the five great elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. And so the elements themselves sing the divine melody, weaving cosmos and body into one fabric of sing. Earth sings in the stillness of the mountains. Water sings in rivers, flowing without end. Fire sings in its crackle, burning yet renewing. Air sings in whispers through the trees. Space sings in its vast silence, where stars hum in their orbits. This opens us into the next vision of Guruji. Man mandar tan ves kalandar kati tirath nama. एक शब्द मेरे प्राण बसत है बहुड़ जन्म न आवा. Guruji guides us. The mind is the temple, the body the holy robe. Within the heart lies the true pilgrimage. Here, the one Shabd abides within the very breath. Here, one is no longer reborn again and again. In the silence where outer noise dissolves, the soul enters the inner temple. Here the veil thins and the eternal presence is revealed. The mystic's journey is an inward pilgrimage, where the sanctuary is not stone or shrine, but the heart itself, radiant with the divine. Within this temple, the soul bathes in the nectar of the Shabd, drinking the sweetness of Amrit, becomes free of all restlessness and forgetfulness. Sangaji awakening is not in intellectual answers, but in stillness, where ego dissolves and the timeless melody hums beneath all form. To hear this song is to recognize unity. There is no separation, there is no self, there is no other. All is the echo one God. Referring to this inner temple as home, Guruji further shares, Kar hi mahal paiye, ਸਹਜੇ ਸੱਚ ਸਮਾਵਣਿਆ ਰੋਣ ਝੁਣ ਵਾਜੇ ਨਾਦ ਅਨੇਕ ਬਾਣੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਹਾਵਣਿਆ. Within your own being lies the Lord's palace. Inside this sacred home, countless unstruck sounds gently resound like the soft jingling of anklets. Here, Guruji defines this melody as Ron-chon. Ron-chon, a melody sweeter than beauty itself, alive and shimmering, an echo ringing through the anklets of the soul. These are not ordinary anklets, but the divine anklets of the heart, of the breath, of unspoken beauty, moving in perfect harmony in the dance of the beloved. Imagine Sangatji, a dancer, steps gracefully, and with each step the delicate bells on her ankle chime, softly, sweetly, the rhythm filling the air with joy. So too the soul wears anklets. Every breath is a step, every heartbeat is another chime, and the beloved is the unseen partner in this dance. The Ronjon, this melody of countless bells, all in perfect harmony, softly ringing in the heart and carried on in the breath of the soul. It is the rhythm of the soul's dance with the divine, the tender beat that stirs longing, joy, and love within, known as birha. As the dancer's anklets chime with each movement, so does the Ronchon chime with every pulse of the Shabd vibration within us. This vibration adorns the soul like jewels, signaling readiness for the deepest union. In this holy dance, the soul moves effortlessly to the rhythm of the beloved song, a dance of surrender, beauty, and eternal love. Ronchon rings out as a joyful call, the sign that the season of divine grace has come. It is the melody that forever binds the soul and the divine in a dance of love, light, and infinite peace. Furthermore, Guruji guides, Mori run chonalaya pehane savane aya. Tere mund katare je vada, then lobhi lob lobhaya. Here Guruji draws on the image of the peacock rejoicing in the monsoon rains to illustrate a spiritual truth. When the soul begins to perceive the inner truth, the inner Ronichon, it heralds the arrival of the season of divine grace. This divine song resonates within the soul like a divine melody. By adorning itself with the Shabd vibration and surrendering through the Guru, the soul bride unites with her eternal husband Lord. This union, founded on the sacred Shabd, is the true and everlasting marriage. Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji blesses us with further insight. Singi sorta anhad vajay gurmat har tun pai. With the horns of awareness, the unstruck melody resounds. Through the Guru's wisdom, the divine sound is realized. The anklet's gentle melody Ronchon, the horn's clarion call Singi Surt, are both sacred symbols that help us grasp this inner music. Together, these metaphors, the anklets of the soul and the horn of awareness, unfold the heart's hidden symphony. Through the soft shimmer of Ronchon and the awakening call of Singi Surt, the Guru guides us to arise from forgetfulness, attune ourselves to the divine melody, and enter the eternal dance of love and unity with the divine. Beloved Sangatji, through this Kosh, through the elements, through the anklets of the heart, the eternal song of the divine is always present. It is waiting softly, gently to be heard. Sangaji, saints and seekers across many traditions have described this mystical symphony in their own language. Some spoke of a celestial orchestra, resounding in the eternal court. Some heard it as the conch, some heard it as the bell, the cymbals, the flute, the drum. Others likened it to rivers and oceans flowing without end. Yet each image, each metaphor points to the same reality, the unstruck melody, the eternal vibration, the song of the one. The soul is like a candle, Sangaji, like a candle flame, fragile, flickering, easily swayed by the winds of Maya. The Shabd is like the sun, vast, radiant, the source of all light. When the candle turns towards the sun, it reflects the same brilliance. The soul may be a single note. However, the Shabd is an infinite melody. And when the soul turns inwards through the Shabd, its small vibration dissolves into that eternal song. Across many traditions, this subtle current is named again and again Nad Brahma, the word, the divine command, the Anhadaton. In ancient Greece, Pythagoras spoke of the music of the spheres. The desert fathers of early Christianity spoke of the prayer of the heart. The Sufi mystics turned in summer, and Rumi sang, "Turn to the soundless sound. There the friend is singing." The Taoist masters said, "Heaven and earth play their flute, but its sound is beyond hearing." Different tongues, one truth, that beneath all words, beneath all thought, beneath all appearances, there flows a hidden current. The unstruck melody, the eternal vibration, the song of the one. And yet, beloved Sankaji, the Gurus did not merely hint at this mystery, they gave us its living key. Where others glimpsed the hum, Guru Nanak Dev Ji revealed the Shabd as Naam, not a concept, but a presence, not philosophy, but a path of practice, not a cosmic echo, but a beloved to whom we may surrender. Thus, the wisdom of the ages bows before this beautiful Guru's gift. So what does this mean for us today in 2025? We live in the noisiest age humanity has ever known. Our minds are bombarded with constant information. Our attention is fractured by glowing screens and endless notifications. We scroll, swipe, consume, and consume. Yet many still feel restless, lonely, empty, desolate, angry, frustrated with their lives. The world shouts, but the soul whispers. Silence, therefore, is not an escape. Silence is medicine. It is the anchor that steadies us when the storms of distraction threaten to sweep us away. And Sangatji, if ever silence was needed, it is needed today in our lives. This silence can be touched in simple ways. A few minutes each morning sitting quietly, observing your breath. Or, if you are lucky enough, to watch the sunrise and the sunset. Remembering the Shabd vibration with each step as we walk. Placing a gentle pause before speaking, so words arise from love instead of reaction. Even on the busiest day, silence waits behind every heartbeat. Beloved Sangaji, the silence before creation is the silence within us today. The unstruck melody has never ceased. It waits patiently for our listening. Rumi once said, "Silence is the language of the divine. All else is translation." The Buddha reminds us, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. So let us carry this silence into our lives, not as emptiness, but as presence, not as escape, but as fullness. Let our every word become a prayer. Let our every action become seva, selfless service. Let our every breath be attuned to the divine song. Silence, Sankaji, is not a voice. It is a voice of the divine. In stillness, the universe sings, not with words, but with presence, not with sound, but with vibration. The stars hum in their orbits. The breath of life moves unseen, and the soul listens. To hear this song, we must become still. To understand it, we must become empty. For in silence, we do not lose ourselves. We find the eternal. May our hearts dance to this melody with every breath, every step, every heartbeat, until our small song dissolves into the infinite symphony of the world. However, Sangaji, this sacred journey of life was never meant to be walked alone. One candle may cast a little light, but its glow is limited. When many candles burn together as Sangat, their combined radiance drives even the darkest, deepest night. This is why the company of fellow seekers is so precious. The love of the Sangat uplifts, strengthens, and multiplies the light within each of us. But light alone is not enough. We also need the eternal current of the Shabd, the divine word that resounds through all time. It is not just sound, not just scripture, but the living vibration that connects us directly to the divine. To merge with the Shabd, to become one with its resonance, is the true goal of spiritual life. And we also need the friendship of a true guide, not merely a teacher, but a loving presence, a true friend who walks beside us. Through the guide's compassion and support, our hearts are opened, our faith is strengthened, our connection with the divine deepens. The guide carries timeless compass of wisdom, keeping our steps steady and aligned in the truth. Their sole responsibility is to awaken us to the vibration already dwelling within. Together, the Sangat, the Shabd, the guide, and the true Guru form a sacred circle of light around the seeker. This circle is our protection. This circle is our guidance. This circle keeps us aligned with the eternal. And when we remain within this circle of grace, uplifted by Sangat, steadied by the Guru, sustained by the Shabd, supported by the guide, then no darkness can overcome us. Our steps will not falter. Our light will not fade. Our souls will find their true home in the Eternal One. Seva, selfless service, becomes the fragrance of this Sangat. In serving selflessly, the heart is cleansed of pride, softened, ready to receive the grace. Simran, meditation, becomes the doorway into the very song itself. With each breath, tuned into the Shabd vibration, the mind quiets, the noise dissolves, and the Anhadanad, the unstruck Shabd, becomes clearer, revealing the hidden song of the cosmos playing within. Eventually, Sangatji, this path will bring us home. Home into the divine song of silence. Home into our inner temple. Not a temple or a home built of walls, but of divine presence. Here, the runcheon of the soul's anklets resound. Here, the bliss of Anand overflows. Here, the seeker no longer feels separate, but rests in the embrace of the beloved. To come home to this song is to awaken. And in this homecoming, our small, fragile song dissolves into the endless, timeless song of the one of it. Omkar, Satnam, Kartapur, Nirbhav, Nirvay, Akalapur, Ajuni Sahibang, Gur Prasad, Jap, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Be Sach, Nanak, Usi Be Sach, Ek Omkar, Satnam, Kartapur, Nirbhav, Nirvay, Akalmurut, Ajuni Sahibang, Gur Prasad, Jap, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Be Sach, Nanak, Usi Be Sach, Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta Purkh, Nirbhav, Nirvair, Akal Murut, Ajuni Sahibang, Gur Prasad Jap, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Be Sach, Nanak Usi Be Sach, Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta Purkh, Nirbhav, Nirvair, Akal Murut, Ajuni Sahibang, Gur Prasad Jap, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Be Sach, Nanak Usi Be Sach, Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta Purkh, Nirbhav, Nirvair, Akal Murut, Ajuni Sahibang, Gur Prasad Jap, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Be Sach, Nanak Usi Be Sach. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Thank you, Sangaji. Thank you for spending a beautiful evening. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you. Like my master used to say, if there's anything of any benefit to yourselves, please take it up. If there's anything which has hurt your feelings, please forgive me and leave them here. God bless you. Let us all go back. Let us all merge back into this eternal song, into this vibration, in the silence of the inner temple of the Spirit. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.